joining us right now is Dr. Bright Winner, an entrepreneur and global tourism pioneer whose work has helped nations unlock the full potential of tourism for economic transformation. Now, Dr. Winner has led major destination branding efforts across the continent and is one of the leading voices in advocating for tourism as a core strategy for growth. As Nigeria aims to hit a $1 trillion GDP by 2030, he joins us to explore how tourism could be a key catalyst. Dr. Winner, thank you for joining us on Business Insight.
Thank you so much, Justin, for having me.
All right, let's start with the big picture. How realistic is Nigeria's ambition to hit a $1 trillion GDP by 2030?
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to just give all the glory to God for this rare opportunity to be on Plus TV, to share the vision of our esteemed president, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his Vice President Kazim Shettima, for their laudable vision to make Nigeria a great nation, to make Nigeria attain a GDP of $1 trillion by 2030. I believe this vision is achievable, but we must have the right strategy to achieve this vision. And I'm a very, very, very advocate of the fact that Nigeria needs to achieve this goal. Nigeria needs to achieve this GDP of $1 trillion because we are in a dear situation right now. Most of our revenue is coming just from one source, which is oil and gas, and we need to diversify if we are going to grow as a nation.
All right, before we talk about strategies now, from your global perspective, what role can tourism play in driving national economic transformation?
Well, I am an advocate of global tourism, not just tourism. Okay. There are two types of tourism. We have the domestic tourism or the local tourism, where people move from one sector, one part of the country to the other part of the country. But for us to achieve the $1 trillion GDP, we have to focus on global tourism, which means we have to attract global tourists into Nigeria. They come with their dollars, they come with their yen, they come with their foreign exchange, and that's what we need to grow our economy. Nigeria is blessed with so much natural resources, so much landscape. We have everything that any nation can desire. We have wonderful weather. We have a tropical weather. We have good rainfall. We have mountains. We have rocks. We have everything that you can desire to have in a nation. We just have to harness this and focus on global tourism.
Okay, let's talk about specifics now, and maybe strategies and maybe models. I know there are destinations around the world now, but what can Nigeria really learn from across global destinations? And indeed, you have said that we have a whole lot that we can tap and harness. Break it down to us as we get some specifics so we can actually bring these monies back to the country.
Thank you so much, Justin. That's a very good question. There's no doubt that Nigeria has so much to offer the world. But the fact is that we are not attracting global tourists into our country. For example, in 2023, Nigeria only attracted 1.2 million foreign guests into our nation. Compare that to a country like UAE, who attracted 17 million foreign guests into their country. Nigeria, with a population of 200 plus million, attracted only 1.2 million foreign guests into the nation, while a country, the UAE, less than 11 million people, attracted 17 million guests. You can see the difference. That we are leaving so much more money on when it comes to global tourism. Now, we cannot attract foreign visitors to Nigeria with outdated ideas. We cannot attract foreign tourism into Nigeria with obsolete ideas. So we have to rethink what we are doing as a nation. We have to rethink what we are doing as a nation to actually attract foreign tourists. For example, many of our festivals have to be repackaged and rebranded and marketed effectively. You have to market what you have as a company, as a country. We don't market our festivals. They are not well rebranded. They are not well packaged, so that foreign guests can come and actually enjoy the good things that we have to offer as a nation.
Okay, fine. I haven't said our idea has been obsolete and rebranding some of our festivals. In your opinion, what else are the biggest, what really are the biggest barriers holding Nigeria back from becoming the top tourism destination? Because I believe in our rich heritage.
Thank you so much. One of our biggest problems is our mindset. Our mindset. We have to believe in Nigeria. We have to believe in the country that God has given us. You cannot sell a product that you don't believe in. You cannot effectively sell a product to me if you trash that product, if you personally criticize that product. Nigeria is a product. We have to sell Nigeria to the world. We have to make Nigeria attractive. We have to make our festivals, our tourist destinations attractive to sell to the world. But if we don't believe in what we have, why is it that we have abandoned many of these tourist sites? Because we don't believe in it. We don't believe in them. We don't believe there's any good in them. That's why we only attract local tourists. But the first obstacle we have to overcome as a nation is we have to begin to believe in Nigeria. I see and I hear so much how we tear down the country, how we pull down the nation, how we criticize the government, how we criticize every initiative the government has. We cannot effectively attract global tourism with the wrong mindset.
All right, fine. Beyond leisure travel, what are some untapped tourism segments Nigeria can explore? I know lately people talk about medical tourism, cultural, or even eco-tourism.
Yes, there are many aspects of tourism, but I think the one that we should focus on primarily right now is our festivals and our tourist sites. Our tourist sites, our festivals, our tourist sites. We have so many attractive tourist sites from the north, south, east, and west of this nation. Many of these sites have been abandoned. Many of these sites have become just an eyesore, and it's very sad that we need to revisit all these sites. We need to repackage them. We need to develop them, and we need to market them. I think that's the starting point right there.
Okay, let's talk about synergy or maybe collaborations as it is right now. You are coming from, well, I say, the private perspective. So how can government and private sector collaborations help accelerate investment in tourism infrastructure?
The stakeholders, both government and private, have to understand that we have to diversify. We just have to have that mindset. A lot of investment has gone into oil and gas, and there's so much talk about oil and gas. I don't know how much we can grow in the area of oil and gas. We have really exhausted our oil fields, and 90% of Nigeria's revenue, or even much more, comes from just oil and gas. That is not sustainable for a nation of 200 plus million people. So the first step is we have to understand that Nigeria is in a very critical stage right now, and both government and private stakeholders have to aggressively diversify away from oil and gas. And I'm proposing to Nigeria, both in diaspora and Nigeria locally, that global tourism, how we can harness our resources to attract global foreign visitors into our nation. If Nigeria begins to attract between 5 to 10 million foreign guests every year, Nigeria's economy will get to $1 trillion in a very short time. So we have to know that it is time, there is an urgency, and the return on investment in global tourism is enormous. I call global tourism the new oil and gas. And the government and other stakeholders have to understand that there's so much. Many nations are making billions, I mean billions yearly because of global tourism. Mexico, Italy, France, United Kingdom, United States, even Ghana, our neighbors, even Morocco, Egypt, Turkey, all these nations are making a lot of money in global tourism. That's what I'm saying. I say Nigeria, we are leaving so much money on the table. We are leaving so much money that can develop our country on the table. And we need to have a mind shift and diversify into global tourism.
All right, Dr. Winner, I know you talked about harnessing, festivals, but let me just put it differently now. What low-hanging fruits can Nigeria immediately capitalize to attract international tourists? You talked about our festivals, but back in the day, we used to have the Festac, the Festival of Art and Culture, the one that happened in 1977, the Agongu Fishing Festival. It's as though they have become just what we read in the history books. But which of them can we really harness in the immediacy?
You see, we have to believe in all these things, that the power of, when you don't understand the power of a thing, it's very difficult to sustain investment in that sector. We have invested billions and billions in oil. It's now time for us to believe that there are other sectors that are equally viable. Because if you don't believe in something, you don't invest in that thing on the long term. So we have to believe that this thing that we have, our festivals, our natural landscape throughout the whole nation, these are gold materials that we are leaving on the table. So we have all these things happening every year. Dirty December, it's a new one. We just have to invest in them. We have to sell it. We have to market it effectively. You don't expect foreign guests to come when they don't even understand or know that these things exist. And it takes a lot of investment, consistent investment in these areas for the world to know and for the world to come. We don't just expect it to happen. We have to take these things, repackage them, market them aggressively, market them on CNN, market them on global networks, and you'll find that foreigners will be attracted to them and they will come. So it's the low-hanging fruits, like you're asking me, is we can pick any of these festivals and market them effectively.
All right. Let's talk about perception and branding in the tourism game. I want to know how important it is really. And, there's something about our image, our global image and perception of how people see us. How can Nigeria reshape its global image and that way harness, all the good things that can come out from global tourism?
It's all, you cannot, like I always say, it comes to our mindset as a nation. If everything we see on social media is Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is not going anywhere, our leaders are bad, our this are this, if all that's all we put out there, then how can we expect our global visitors to think otherwise? If we who are nationals of the nation don't think, every nation that has been successful in marketing their country, like the Bahamas, Jamaica, and all these nations, you'll find that they want global tourists to come. And they do everything to protect that image. If you trash them on social media, you will get a phone call. You will get an email telling you to retract what you just said, because they protect their image, because they know their image is everything. Their image is everything. If you trash Saudi, if you trash the UAE, you trash Dubai, guess what? You'll get a phone call. You will get someone reaching out to you and telling you to retract what you just said, because their image is everything. That their image is worth a lot, and that's why global tourists come. So we need to begin to believe in Nigeria. We need to begin to talk well about Nigeria. We need to believe that Nigeria can achieve this $1 trillion GDP. We need to say, we need to believe it. Then we can project that to the world. Then the world will believe it. If we don't believe it, the world will never believe it.
All right. Dr. Winana, as we round off all of this, let me just put this question to you, maybe a two-pronged question. You know, the role of content creators, what they can actually do in that regard, as regards, you know, because almost everyone is on social media these days. What's the role of content creators and providers in all of this? And what would your word be if you had the president's ear to talk about driving GDP through tourism?
Well, I and my partners, we are putting a lot of things together to attract between 3 to 5 million global tourists to Nigeria every year. We are very aggressive with our timeline, because we want to support the agenda of our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to see that Nigeria diversifies its economy and Nigeria becomes a $1 trillion GDP economy nation. And right now we are seeking consultants, we are seeking innovators, we are seeking more investors, we are seeking people to join our movement, which is the Global Tourism Pioneering Movement, because we believe that someone has to be a catalyst to show Nigerians and Nigeria that it can be done. Someone has to take the lead. And we have taken this baton to say we are going to take the lead on global tourism. It's very hard to convince bloggers, social media, people who live on social media, if they don't see an example, if they don't see someone they can point to and say, yes, this guy is doing it, I believe it. Okay, so let's rally around him. Let's see how this can happen. So I believe that I need to lead by example.
All right.
And because that's how we can influence our bloggers, our social media people to believe that, yes, it can be done. And when they believe it can be done, they see an example, I believe they will follow suit. You can reach us on our website, bfwgg.com, bfwgg.com.
All right.
You can reach out to us and we will be very glad to share more information with you.
All right, I must say a very big thank you to you, Dr. Bright Winner, entrepreneur and global tourism pioneer, for those wonderful and powerful insights. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Justin.
All right. So it is clear that tourism isn't just about travel. It is about vision, structure, and storytelling. If harnessed properly, it could unlock new revenue, redefine Nigeria's image, and move us closer to that $1 trillion dream. That's it for today on Business Insights. Join us again as we continue unpacking the stories behind the numbers. I am Justin Akadonye. Stay focused, stay informed, and as always, stay tuned to Plus TV Africa. Bye for now.